Hi, this is Brandon Hollis with the Dirt Church, and we're trying something different now, something that I'm calling the Dirt Church Devotional. Just going to be a quick, short little devotional. Let me know what you think afterwards. If you like it, go ahead and share it with your friends. I want to ask you this morning, you've probably heard the old adage, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And there's truth to that, isn't there? So I've been thinking lately, though, what's the truth to it? You know, what do they mean? It doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. What gets stronger? And here's my theory. What gets stronger oftentimes isn't our body, but our resolve. Our resolve to do the dumb thing that we survived just moments ago. We want to go bigger, higher, farther, deeper, whatever, because it didn't kill me. I'm invincible. That's not always a good thing. I want to talk to you about a guy out of the Old Testament. His name is Samson. Now, Samson was the strongest man that ever lived. He often gets portrayed as being somebody built like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't think he was. I think he was just an average build guy. In fact, the Bible says that they had no idea why he was so strong. What is the secret of this guy's strength? And so, Samson did have, well, probably several, but at least one weakness, and that was the ladies. So let's fast forward to Judges chapter 16. If you want to read his whole story, it starts in Judges chapter 13, goes through chapter 16. But in chapter 16, we see Samson fall in love with this Philistine woman by the name of Delilah. And man, he just loved her. He would go and spend every night with her that he could. And the Philistine rulers kind of liked this. They thought, you know what, we can use Delilah to get to Samson. So they offered her a whole bunch of money to find out the secret to his strength so that they could subdue him and kill him. As she comes to Samson one night and says, hey, Sammy, if you love me, tell me the secret to your strength. Well, Samson's a little too bright for this, so he plays a ruse. He gives her a false answer. He tells her, oh, if you take these 7 fresh thongs that haven't been dried and you tie me up with them, I'll be as weak as any man. She does it. And then she wakes him up. After he falls asleep, she ties him up with these 7 thongs. And then she wakes him up and says, hey, Samson, the Philistines are on. And he sits up and snaps the thongs and goes out like nothing ever happened. The next day, or it seems like it was the next day, he comes back and she's whining, oh, you lied to me. You didn't tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Tell me where's your great strength from? Now think about this. She just tried to kill him. Now, he probably didn't realize she was trying to kill him, but she's just trying to kill him, and he goes back. Hey, it didn't kill me. I'm stronger. I'll try again. So then he tells her, you know what? If I'm tied up with 7 brand new ropes never been used, I'll be as weak as any man. She lulls him to sleep, ties him up with 7 ropes, wakes him up. Hey, the Philistines are on you. He snaps the ropes like they were burned in a fire and gets up and leaves, doesn't think twice about it. Hello? It didn't kill him. It made him stronger. He comes back again a 3rd time. She's going to try and kill him. Why do we keep going back to things that are trying to kill us? Seriously. So she whines, you don't love me, blah, blah, blah. He says, look, if you take the 7 braids of my hair and you braid them into a loom in the material, I'll be as weak. She lulls him to sleep, does it, wakes him up. You know the story. He breaks out like nothing. He's not dying. He's getting stronger. His resolve to do his own thing is getting stronger. She wears him down. Oh, if you really loved me, you'd tell me. Oh, you don't love me. How can you say you love me? Blah, 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 blah. She wears him down. He finally says, look, my strength isn't my own. It comes from God. It's in my hair. He thought the strength was his hair. The hair was just a representation of his surrender to God. He was a Nazarite. Anyway, he has been so dulled. His senses have been so dulled by the fact that he keeps surviving that he tells her the truth. She lulls him to sleep again. They come in, shave his head. She wakes him up, says, hey, the Philistines are on you. He wakes up. He gets captured. His strength is gone. You know, a really sad thing? The Bible says that when they shaved his head, he didn't even realize that the Spirit of God had left him. He had become so dulled, so calloused to the Spirit of God that he didn't even realize when the Spirit of God left him. And, well, what happened? They put his eyes out, they took him, and they set him to grinding meal for the people. He went from defeating the enemy to feeding the enemy. That's a pretty sad story. But let me ask you this. Number one, as I asked earlier, why do we keep going back to things that are trying to kill us? Spiritually, emotionally, relationally. Why do we do it? The thrill isn't really worth it. Let me ask you more personally, what's your Delilah? What's trying to kill you? The Bible tells us that the enemy roars aloud and goes around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour, that his MO is to steal, kill, and destroy. He knows your weakness. He knows your Delilah. Maybe it's a person. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's an addiction. Maybe it's a habit. Maybe it's something that you're involved in that you really ought not be. Anything that's not drawing you closer to God, my friend, is drawing you further away from it. Let me challenge you today to stop listening to Delilah, to stop going on your own strength and your own resolve that just because it didn't kill you last time, it won't kill you this time because you're stronger. The only thing that's stronger is your resolve to be stubborn. In fact, I'd say it's like this. It's like playing Russian roulette with a revolver, and every time you don't get a boom, you put another bullet in the cylinder. One of these days, it's going to go boom, and it's going to be over. Don't let that happen to you. Now, there is good news. Samson, while he was in prison, the Bible says that his hair began to grow. That's a natural thing that happens. The only reason why the Bible would say that is this was supernatural growth. He repented. He told God he was sorry, and God gave him his strength back one last time. He was able to take vengeance on his enemies. They brought him out to entertain him. He had the young boy that took him out there, put his hands on the pillars of the temple, and he asked God to give him strength one more time. With that, he was able to give a heave and a hoe and knock the temple down, and thousands of the enemy died. The Bible says that he killed more in his death than he ever did in his life. So, hey, that's all the time we have today. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I say, if you like it, pass it on. Let me know what you think. But my friends, get rid of Delilah. Don't let her get rid of you. Take care now.